Okay guys, we're going to go over best players in each position under 50k. We're going to do all the major leagues as well. So the Premier League, La Liga, all the major leagues. And we're just going to go through meta players really here. There's actually a lot to go through here. So I'm going to be as quick as possible. And I'm also going to show you some viable options. So maybe Osimhen is a plot player that I would use per se. Because he's got 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot. But I'm going to give you the option as well for those who like the more of the taller, clunkier players. But we start with Osimhen anyway. He's got the chip shot and rapid play style. And he's 4-star weak foot, 6'1". Really, really good card. I would say if you could realistically put either a hunter on him, you can put engine on him, but I don't think he's going to become any more liquid on the ball is what I would say. I mean, like 76 balance is not going to help it that much. But I think when you put a hunter on this guy, you've got a real good card, especially if you want someone alongside, you want him alongside someone who's short. You could also go with finisher though, and get his finisher up to 99 and his shot power and try to move that agility and balance up. But this is definitely a card I would go with a hunter. He's a really, really good card. Syria as well. Then we've got Correa. 4-star, 4-star, you know he's always been one of my favourite cards. Technical play style, very, very important. And the Trivella, so if you're one of those rats, of course you can use the Trivellas. With a hunter, he's really, really good. If you're going to be using the Trivellas, I'd probably recommend a Deadeye here, just so you get that curve up and you get that shot power and long shots up as well. A top tier card, he speaks for himself. I don't need to speak too much. He links to Messi as well, so you want to get Messi in your team. And he plays that right mid. We got Kudananji, my favourite card in the game. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Technical first touch, which is very important this year. Meta coming soon in regards with another one as well. Especially for typical nil guys view, you probably know what I do first time on the ball. Quick step Trivella as well. Honestly, what a card. Even as a sub, this card is absolutely insane. I'll probably say a hunter would be amazing with this card. Or if you're going to play up front and you don't mind going a little bit low on a pace, you can go with a finisher. Top tier card. I've still got her in my team as a sub, got the physicality. She's basically like a top tier card as it is, but when you put that physicality, she becomes a different beast. She can play kind of as a left wing, right wing as well. Danjuma, 4-star, 4-star, a player in the Premier League, got the power shot trait as well. Very, very important if you like the power shots. Can kind of play that cam role as well. I had him on a catalyst. I have him on the bench now mainly, to be honest. But I did try him on a catalyst. Not the best of balance, but he can still turn all right. 5'10", he's still got the ability to turn as well. But you can play him in a cam, but I would say realistically you want to be putting either a hunter, a finisher, or a hunter on him is what I would say again. To get his finishing up, or hunter if you're going to play more on the wing. But he's definitely a good card. 4-star, 4-star from Netherlands as well. Premier League, play left and mid as well. Ajibade, 4-star, 4-star, 5'3", speaks for herself. Rapid, quick step. I've been using her alongside with Ludmilla and Kudananji. League F, honestly insane. Most of my team is based off League F here. Same card as Kudananji here, absolute beast. Then we've got Malin, a Bundesliga option over here. Bit on the cheap side, 7k, 4-star, 4-star, technical, first touch and quick step. You kind of see what I'm really going with here. Hunter or finisher likewise again. But it's got a bit of that physicality as well. So you want that card that can do a bit of everything. This is the card to go. Ramirez, another League F card. This is more of a winger. I would say this is more of a super sub winger with a hunter. She's a really, really good card. 3,000. Real cheap. Ludmilla's one that I talked about as well. More of a winger with a hunter. Again, 3-star, 3-star. Power shot and rapid and flare. Some of these cards have got some of the best ones ever. And I'm going to run out of actual breath if I go through these. So many to go. We've got so many. I don't want to make this like a 10-hour long video. We've got Muriel as well. 4-star, 4-star. Does have that lack of finishing, but I think you can put a hunter on him or a finisher again. Hunter and finisher are really the two main stats you're going to be really going towards here. High, medium. Incisive pass, actually a really good playstyle because he can actually get that pass from a cam position or the second striker. It works very well. Chanda, one of my favorite cards. I got her when a game came out. 5'3", 3-star, 3-star. And I want to be honest, it's a bit like 3-star, 3-star, but I really had good fun with it. As a cheap, really good cheap super sub. If you're doing a 15k team for a Bants, she's definitely a card to put in. Lewandowski, just in the budget, we had like a 10%, 20% on top of that 50k. 4-star, 4-star. He does have the power header, but the finish shot trait, I actually used him. Pretty decent card. He does need a hunter though, so you need to get him on full chemistry in my opinion to get that pace up, otherwise it's too slow. But you can play Cam as a second striker. You probably see my review on TikTok as well. Benzema, a card that I was kind of like, it kind of surprised me. He's got really good finishing. He's probably better than Ronaldo this year as well. But he's got the finesse shot plus trait. This is why we put him here as well. With a Hunter, dead ball, incisive, tiki-taka, and good first touch. With a Hunter, he's a really good card. He's got French links, and he links to the Neymars and the Cristiano Ronaldo. So if you're looking for a link for those guys, you can put them in. Jota, a cheap Premier League card with 5-star, 5-star. Again, needs another Hunter, but 5-star weak foot, should I say. 4-star skill moves. But a card that could do a bit of everything again. Lacks the pace this year. I wish he had a bit better pace. He got nerfed from last year. It was 85, I believe. But he's got naturally good stats anyway. So him alongside someone like Danjuma as a cheap squad. Ben Yedder, still very, very good. Definitely needs a Hunter and full chemistry style. Speaks for himself. Chip shot trait, which I don't think is that important, but it can still be useful in certain situations. Technical as well. We got Lookman as well. Top card. I'm just going to scroll through the last of these. Adeyemi, quick step. Very, very important. With a finisher, he's a class card as well. We've got Coman, a winger. He does lack the 3-star weak foot, but he does have the 5-star skill moves. As a winger, he's a top tier card. You can put a finisher on him and get him at least a decent rate. If you get him on full chem. And all of you guys run that French Bundesliga teams. We've got Batches. She can play both left wing and left back. I wouldn't really say it as a winger, but if you're using someone as a pure winger just to pass the ball, as a left mid, she can get the job done. So I would say this is more of a left mid more than the left winger, I would say. This guy speaks for himself. 5-star, 4-star. So 5-star, 5-star. Finish shot trait as well. Very, very good. With the Hunter, I would say, again, he needs full chemistry realistically here. 5-star, 5-star, absolute beast. Lacks agility, balance, but definitely one of the best cams, I would say. 4-2-3-1. Swanson, I absolutely... this card is amazing. Finish shot trait, technical. You know she's in my team alongside with Morgan as well. 83 finishing. I would have put Morgan in this list, but Morgan just shot up in price. But this card is unbelievable. I bought about 50k. The price went down. Alex Morgan can't go in because she just barely makes in, actually. She went down quite a lot in the last 11k. So she can probably make them on budget now. When I prepared the list, she didn't make the budget. But 5'6", 94 finishing as a base card, 5-star weak foot, incredible. And she can link to like the whole likes of Swanson, Rodman. We've got Diaz as well, 4-star, 4-star, another good winger as well. And Martinelli. I'm just going to flick through the last of these cards now because I just realized it's already 7 minutes in. We're already still on strikers. Ajabade. Rodman for right wing is really, really good. 4-star, 4-star. I prefer Swanson a bit better. We've got Coman as well. Can play on both sides. We've got Rafinha, 4-star, 4-star. Power shot trait and rapid and trickster. Needs a finisher though is what I would say. Colin Morani's a bit of a clunky card but can play up front or on the right hand side. Lorente can do everything. Right mid, centre mid, right back. He's basically got everything you want. You want a La Liga player, he's the guy you need. If you need that links to Spanish player or you're struggling with League F links, he's good. Frimpong can play more of a right back than a right mid, but he's definitely got the stats to play a bit of both. It's kind of like Cuadrado as well. Cascarino, she's a really good card. 2-star weak foot does really let her down, but she's got some insane sprint speed and insane agility and balance. If you could forgo and somehow just do short passes with a 2-star weak foot, I think you'll be fine. As long as she doesn't shoot, I think you're fine. Correa, same thing, can play. Lavelle is another one that links to the US. She's got the pinged pass. Very, very important, guys. Pinged pass. I'm using this, it depends how you want to use it. If you use it as like a second cam, or maybe even as like on a wing position, she can do very well. The inverted passes, lacks stamina a little bit, but very good passing. Very, very good passing. Very, very good card. Ludmilla, talked about her before. Cuadrado can play right mid, not the best of right wingers. Bailey's a cheap right wing, I would say. But the finisher's got the agility and balance as well. 4-star, 3-star, but as a cheap wing, it's the job done. Then we're going to go here more towards Spinazzola's good. Nuno Mensch, top tier card. He's very good. He's got ping pass, whip pass along the sides. Really good cards. Put a shadow on him, I would say. He's really, really good. Or the second option, I would say, would be a catalyst if you want to play more of attacking left mid, left wing back. Van de Ven is a perfect left back and centre back card. He's a pure centre back card as well. Absolute insane. With a shadow, he's honestly unbelievable. Does lack the jockey playstyle, but he's got the block one, which is why I like him. Ronaldo, my favourite card right now. You know he's probably in all my teams. 85 sprint speed, 79 defense, block, intercept, anticipate, and bruiser. 900 coins, a joke of a card. Absolutely one of my favourite cards. You probably know that already. Rolfo, she can play more of a centre mid. As I said to you when the game came out, she's more of a centre mid card. Look, you can sub her and move her on to centre mid position is what I'd really see. A high. I'll be honest, play her in centre mid. I think she's a card that you start on left back, you move to centre mid, and then you sub someone else on for left back. That's the way I'd use her. She's a really good card. She was only 18k at one point. What a joke. But one of the best centre mids in the game, unnatively, I would say. Llorente, could, as I explained, can do the right back role as well. Frimpong, best right back in Bundesliga. Lawrence gives you the Chelsea links. There isn't that many good right backs. Got Molina as well. Walker is too expensive, so you go Wan-Bissaka for Premier League, but Molina is good for La Liga. Di Lorenzo for Serie A, and then Llorente for La Liga. We've got Dunn in as well. She can play that. We're going to go to centre mid positions now. Centre mid's got Dunn, 4-star, 4-star. Probably one of the best centre mids in the game, honestly. With a shadow, this card is insane. Hasn't really got the playstyles that you want because she's got the amazing agility and balance, amazing short passing. She's like a Renato Sanchez on crack. That's the way I look at her. 5'1", good agility and balance as well. Sonnet is another of my favourite cards I'm using. 3-star, but 84 defense awareness. If you want to get the US links, as I mentioned to you, you can get her in, definitely. We've got Stanway, another meta pinged pass as well. You probably kind of get what I'm talking about now, but pinged pass, she is amazing. I really like her. I'm really liking some of these. She's got really good pass. She's a really, even as a sub, if you're looking for a Bundesliga card with Bayern Munich links, she's really, really good. 81 defense awareness. Look at that short passing. Some of these centre mids are very, very good. We've got Lema, very, very good. Emre Can's another Bundesliga option. We've got Camavinga, another good one. Jockey playstyle, very important. Block, bruiser. There's actually so many good cards that you can literally use this year. Barella is very good. He's good all around. 27k, really, really cheap. Rabiot is a good Serie A card. Patri, I'm using her. She's very, very good right now. I'm using her in my main team, actually. I use her alongside Llorente, or sometimes I actually put Stanway there. But she's very, very good with a shadow. She can also play Hunter as well. So you can put a Hunter on her. She's actually got 4-star, 4-star, 4-star. Attacking centre mid as well. She can get the job done. So you can make her both attacking and defensive. Goretzka, pretty much Bundesliga, speaks for itself. Tonali's overpriced. I didn't put them in. I just wanted to say something very quickly. Because the Premier League centre mids, you have like the Joe Linton and a few of these other guys as well. I just want to mention, Tim, I'm quickly put the price 60k because I think you have CDMs as well. I think you haven't got that much of a good choice here. Like you got Joe Linton, really is what I'm really looking at. I'm only really looking at the pacey ones here now, guys. And there isn't really that much. You got Caicedo to get the job done. Zakaria is actually really good. For La Liga, Dada is really, really good. Camavinga as well. De Paul is a good defensive one. And Pedri is all right, I would say. And in League One, this is where it gets a bit sticky. Zakaria is a good CDM. And then Soler is a good box-to-box. But there isn't that many options. Apart from that, you've got Thuram as well. But real meta ones, you're lacking. Centre-backs, this is where I would say the jockey playstyle really is the most important thing for me. This is the playstyle I'm looking at the most. Intercept playstyle. The jockey, I'm looking at jockey, intercept, block. Jockeys may want to go for first, then intercept, and then block. Or intercept to block. They're kind of even Stevens. But definitely one of the best centre-backs I've used. 90 defensive awareness with a jockey playstyle. This guy moves so well. Such a good card. Needs a shadow, of course. That's pretty self-explanatory. Unless you're trying to do something funky here, but it needs a shadow. But intercept playstyle is very, very good. Jockey, anticipate aerial as well. Again, on corners, he's really, really insane. I've been putting him on a catalyst because I couldn't afford a shadow in the beginning. I put a catalyst on him. He was all right. Now, I'm not trying to focus on getting them lengthy or whatever. I'm just focusing on just getting them at maximum speed, in case you're wondering what I've been doing. Pamecano goes there as well. Bruiser. He's got naturally good sprint speed. Defense awareness isn't the best, so you can put an anchor on him. But I'll be honest, I think Shadow is really the way to go. I don't mind lacking the physicality just to get the sprint speed up and get him up. But he is a lengthy card if you really are obsessed with a lengthy business. 6'1" as well. Saliba, one of the best centre backs in the game as well. Got jockey, anticipate, good stand tackling, 86 sprint speed. Probably one of the best centre backs in the Premier League. You got Gvardiol as well. He kind of goes alongside Saliba, and Van de Ven is probably the cheaper one as well, I would say. So any of these cards, He's got the block and he's got the jockey playstyle as well. So any of these cards are pretty good in the Premier League. You got a lot of options, I would say, in Premier League. Timber is actually a really good card. I think I added him to my list. But Jurian Timber, because he's such a cheap card, but 83 defensive awareness. I bet you know he had that good stamina, good agility, balance, and he's got jockey intercept. So some of these hidden gems that I've really been looking out for inside. We have Kim Min Jae as well. Class card, 86 sprint speed, 84 defensive sprint speed, so 84 sprint speed, 86 defensive awareness. Intercept, slide tackle, does lack the jockey, but because he's got high defensive awareness, you can get away with it. Again, put a shadow on him. I do think acceleration is a bit more important this year just because of controlled sprint and stuff like that. So although sprint speed is still the marksman choice you want for a centre-back, you need to be careful with that. Bremer is a really good for Serie A. You do have that other Brazilian guy. I forgot what his name is in the Saudi league. I forgot what his name is. I'm quickly going to find him right now. I just completely forgot. Is it not Benyat? Benyat is a card that I used to use. Ibanez. Yeah, Benyat is a card I used to use when I was a kid. FIFA 16, the cheap La Liga centre mid. I used to take the mick out. My mate used to take the mick out of me anyway. 83 sprint speed, 84 defensive awareness, 2-star, 2-star, not important. Medium high, very important. Block, bruise, and aerial. Again, shadow. Ibanez is very, very good as well. Block, intercept, lacks the jockey, but a very good card if you're looking for. The Saudi League hasn't really got any good centre-backs. There is one other centre-back, and he's silver. I forgot his name. Here it is. Tumbakti. So if you're looking for another one, 88 sprint speed, 75 defense awareness, but with a shadow. He's got the jockey playstyle as well. So another card that we kind of missed out. Kimpembe speaks for himself. Very, very good card. Block, playstyle plus, intercept, lacks the jockey, but with block, gets the job done. Marquinhos been through. Skriniar, another very underrated card. He's got the jockey playstyle, 88 defensive awareness, and 81 sprint speed. Another undercover one. Those are all the league ones. In terms of La Liga, Ronaldo is kind of who I've gone with, and Eric Cabello. So I know he's on top of my head now. Eric Cabello is the other one I would say for La Liga because I know you need two centre backs. So he's one that I'm using. And then we have Bundesliga. We've got Pamecano. Konate is actually not a bad card either. Konate to get the job done if you're looking for that French league with the Pamecano. Emre Can is a bit too slow, I would say, for centre back. I'm merely just looking at just his acceleration here. As centre mid, he's really good. He can get the job done at centre back. Look, he's only 8k. But in Bundesliga, I would say Klosterman is a really good card as well. He's pretty cheap. Schlotterbeck is very, very good as well. And that's pretty much, you only need realistically 3 at max. Schlotterbeck, he's got jockey as well, I believe. Yeah, jockey, block, intercept, and a slide tackle. And those are that one. And then Gvardiol I've been over through, and then Timber as well. The goalkeepers is problematic because the price range is a bit messed up. Now, I have Edison. You ideally want cards. For Edison is a bit I think most goalkeepers are frauds. What I think is important this year is footwork. I believe it's Ter Stegen has it. This one is the real one, but Pope is really good Premier League. Mainan is good Serie A. Oblak's La Liga. Wojciech Szczesny is pretty good. Martin is actually not too bad either. Keylor Navas a bit on the short side, but he can get the job done. Pope is really good. Golaski as well. Again, it's very, very hard right now because the price range is messed up. But this footwork, I really think, is the real meta for goalkeepers. I think most goalkeepers are just terrible. I mean, they either run out and they save like these amazing chances that you're normally shocked with. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But then when they're in goal, they just do nothing sometimes. So I believe coming out of goal is the meta. You only got a few. You got Onana has that as well, which is actually not a bad option either. You got Ter Stegen, Kobel, she's too short. The women goalkeepers, unfortunately, apart from one of them, they're all too short. You got Pickford, I believe, is all right, but he's a bit too short. If you're looking just for a cheap budget, he can get the job done. But I believe Pope is here as well, if I'm not mistaken. Pope is here as well. Oh yeah, Pope is here. So all these cards with the sweeper keeper is what I like to call it, but it's footwork. But that is, of course, the meta cards under 50k. I tried to include major 5 leagues and some of the other ones, like, you know, I'm trying to think top of my head now. Stanway, she's really good. I really, really like her. Not Stanway. What's her name? It's the other one. I forgot. But if you're talking about centre backs in the other leagues, like I know because a lot of you guys are following my League F team as well. There's actually quite a lot of options, although I would go with the La Liga centre back for now. Maria, she's good. Manuela is using Montero is what I'm using. And there's one centre mid that I need to remind you. I can't believe I forgot her name. I've been banging on about her the entire time. Is it Medina? No, it's not Medina. There's one centre mid. Paula, she's good as well. Here it is, Banos. How could I forget? Such a good centre mid. She got jockey, intercept, press proven, long ball, and incisive. 81 defensive awareness naturally. She's a really good card. This one's good as well, but she lacks the height. But she's got anticipate, but she's too short. But I messed around with her in CDM, and she actually can play that CDM role pretty well. Vanagas, another card that I thought was decent, a bit short as well, 5'6". She's got amazing playstyles, but she's just too short. It's not viable, really. Meneo is the same thing. So I would say realistically, and she's really good in centre mid. So for these like off leagues, look, you're gonna need to do like a centre backs like Hermoso, Eric Cabello, Ronaldo, kind of how I did with my team. So realistically, you can't get away. And if you're looking for like the whole US, there's not really that much apart from that CDM that I showed you before. But that is, of course, the meta players under 50k. Let me know. I think 50k, let's say times 11, buy 150k. I think people have got a 500k squadish, so I don't want to go too high. I think 100k, 150 is too high. I think this is a good budget range to go with. Let me know if you want to see this for other leagues and other budgets. But anyway, don't forget, Patreon. And by the way, if you want to learn the minimum stats, if you want to know how I created this list, I got a Patreon post that shows you the minimum stats per each position and their playstyles I'd recommend. Patreon.com/Neil Guides, or if you're on a Patreon ready, type in neal.to/MINSTAS min stats. Yeah, Neil2 min stats. You want to see that link directly. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.